They harm children, James. So they do stop and think. They know they're here. Just like they knew domestic violence and everything else. And the monster's around. That's why they put a choke collar on that motherfucker and let it around by the leash. For a year plus now. Weaknesses, right, James? Or what they perceive to be. Especially for a female. Used to be. Especially for a female. They don't care to harm children here, and they have, James. They have harmed and helped abuse my children, and they are abusing them, bullying them, and targeting them, tormenting them, etc., emotionally and mentally harming them, and have been for a great while now. These fucking creators are child abusers, James. They do stop and think about children, but only on how to use them, how to make money off their dead and dying bodies, and how to torment others to target people, even children freshly out of environments, of the worst variety. They will even change children freshly out of environments, of the worst variety. They will even change attempt for entertainment purposes for you all to place children with people who can murder them and that they know have laid hands on them and abused them, all for entertainment. And my kids wouldn't be the only ones. There's evidence of them doing that too here, even amongst other creators, James. You know, you heard the creators like that. It's like I stood there, even though Ring has abused the shit out of everybody. I was like, well, you know, I'd assume, obviously, feds were there, checked the cameras, blah, blah, even though I know the place he works for lied for him, let him clock out, you know, pretend he wasn't getting lunch, and I know they lied for the other guys, and part of the paychecks are under the table, part of them are actually reported, that way women can't get child support. I know they kind of let them do whatever the fuck and help them hide it, right? And if you look in the business's history, there's a past of fraud shit. So anyway. But I assumed as quickly as feds got there, you know, they verified that everybody's on camera, at least between there and toilet water next door, right? And then you hear these creators come out like and talk about how Monsters told him, he wasn't really at, but he at least had they had been able to vet where he was or something. You know, they called the job and verified. He called people that lied for him for like 2 years while he's banging toilet water. You know, and taking whole days off and shit. Everything was at work. And like, but it's like after all shit went down, man, then the time cards started reflecting what I knew about. Yeah, there were actual lynches and shit. Yeah, so the hiding from that place and when it hides from for that thing's benefit, who the fuck knows where I'm just at this point. And apparently Monster said something to the creators that he wasn't really where he was supposed to be. People knew where he was. Which I maybe possibly, I mean, I knew next door, obviously, since running late, or at least with toilet water, right, on June 15th. But I assumed that had been verified, and that's part of what really set it the fuck off. Was the catalyst for me. But I don't know. So now it's cast doubt on its own self. Fucking idiot. So I don't guess they ever verified on camera. Fuck if I know. Ain't my problem either. That's it. Toilet waters and creators it's been monking about with that just cast doubt on its whereabouts on June 15th and everything else. It's no longer a problem. And Little has our list up. But it'll be done just like it was last year. And that way everything, all the cards, everything else, go back into it. And there's absolute proof and receipts kept for everything and blah, blah, blah. That way nobody can bitch race out. Yellow crafters, I can't. And it's just more for them to fucking torment with. Just more for them to torment. And I'm sure they'll try to torment the hell out of Little for hers, but, you know, Little has been through enough, especially their hands, and still continuing to go through because of all their fucking hands. Insane little pie. Oh. And Dolly, you want, I don't want to take my own horn, but you're not the only one that I've done that with. And it's like when Floppy and all them or Cam basically send me fucking shit to torment, to do whatever, to get a message through after being blocked over. I give it to charities to do with children, missing projects, things like that, or their own children. As in Floppy's case, I send it on to his kids. Oh, man. Well, I've stayed on just long enough to make this full circle tonight. Oh boy. Oh dear. Y'all heard that all the tragedy pimps went haywire and running with the whole, uh, they're digging up blah, 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 Michael Vaughn, etc., right? Right. That's where it started this evening, which is fucking tragic, fucking terrible. Poor child's remains. Yeah. Well, it turns out they gave out the address, they showed a house, they named people, like dead named them, and put out their full fucking address, which is out there anyway, considering on a registry, at least one lives in the home. And as where law enforcement are digging and all of that was occurring. It looks like many of the creators did Hoosier. Now I watched that throughout the night. Once I got on here with you all, yeah. And I don't know about. I think I know which one you're talking about, Hoosier, but I don't know. But Balance probably running with it too. Fuck if I know. But it looks like comments are saying that. So yeah. See, that's how you get. Even though obviously any artist is like, right to the rest of us in society. But however, that's how you end up getting people murdered, killed, vigilantes doing shit to them, thinking it's them. And, see, but it's out there now, right? Innocent members of their family, other neighbors, etc. That's how you get people harmed. That's how you can get people killed. So, because some nutter out there be like, no, 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 then they lied to us. I get the RSOs on registries being wrong. Who said he did it and didn't give a fuck? Because I've watched many do it today. Oh, did Josh do it? I know I've seen some of his shit, which made me curious about the other shit because the other ones are retracting as well now. But it's a little fucking late, you see. That's how it works. So I don't know. All I know is that. Oh, oh, hello. But it doesn't matter even if they get the right fucking address. They're targeting them people too. You know what I mean? Shouldn't be giving a fucking address, location, and goddamn else. They shouldn't even be out there watching their tragedy people. And those are full ass fucking facts. Yeah, well, the RSO maybe, but when you then link that for somebody, especially regular folks who hate that type of shit, which most of us obviously fucking do, you still gotta think there's family, there's others help somebody get the address and then go to another wrong address, and just the freaky shit that can happen because of that, right? People just being extra as fuck. It's not two by two, right? Well, he had one. That's the thing, enhanced. He had one, and it grew, but you know, the Grinch had the capacity to grow. Most don't. Full on tin men with no chance in hell. Thank you, Patriots. Oh, I see, dude. There's been this one. Y'all ever talk to somebody that, like, parts of the conversation, everything's pretty fluid, but then you hear them get to certain parts and they start speed talking, which sometimes that can be excitement, passion, etc. too. But the dry mouth, right? Sounds like people with like medically induced dry mouth, like with certain medicines and shit. And then like a few sentences later, when they're not fucking lying through your teeth, it goes back to just regular, and you don't even hear it because there's moisture back in the mouth. Almost so many of those lately. When I talk to them in person, or you can hear it sometimes on here through some of the creators. Depends how much kind of silver tongue they are. I gotta tell you though, some lately are just worse about that characteristic than others have ever been. You know, so very weird. When you hear them, I'm not sure if they realize they think you're fucking stupid. What the hell the deal is? Uh, it's definitely a case of so many signs. some gives and tells, right? But then it's harder in ways in chat, right? Sometimes. You know, messages, things like that, you have to rely on other means. Depends on which kind of silver tongue they are. I gotta tell you though, some lately are just worse about that characteristic than others have ever been. You know, so very weird. When you hear them, I'm not sure if they realize you continue to talk to them. They think you're fucking stupid. What the hell the deal is? The deal is, it's definitely a case of you hear them, so many signs, so many gives and tells, right? But then it's harder in ways in chat, right? Sometimes. You know, messages, things like that, you have to rely on other means. I'm just sure. know what happened. Man, I tried to. You know what I mean? I just, no, it really doesn't. I don't get it. Especially when you, well, it's like, for instance, every new spawn, right? Monster always thought it was cute to have them messaging as him. Yeah, true story. This one do it too. Because I guess she thought she was funny as well. Yeah, but it's an instant, right? Even if you're not used to, and here, there's always 4 or 5 playing one messenger account. There's little nuances, little things, right? And a lot of them will things, right? And a lot of them will try to test your memory. Sometimes it's best to play stupid or like you've forgotten or whatever, right? Especially with the groups that actually try to, because there's some, they're just wild, they're all over the place. It really is. Like, you can tell there's 4 or 5 operating under one account and one name, right? But then there are other groups, there's all these things, you know, timing, weird shit, all comes into play. There are ways. Yeah, sometimes. I don't even need that. Like, in person, I can literally see someone and they be nowhere near me. It's just like a vibe, man. It's just like a vibe, man. I don't even have to have them open their mouth, stare at me. I can just, it's, so in that way, maybe body language, something. I don't know. Maybe they smell wrong to my caveman senses, but it's like, nope, and I know better. Here, same applies. You have to look a little harder sometimes, but it can be instant too, right? First questions, first thing said, ask. All kinds of different. I'm serious. What have I done with them? That's bad one, folks. Yeah, it's not just on these streets. It's in real life too, but thing is, I'm always like that. Even during like years of off time, always. It's just wiring. Been that way since I was a kid. Very, very, very little. Like before walking. True story. I can remember feeling and seeing and knowing who in my voice. For the most part. A couple times I ignored myself. Bad shit happened. It's a thing. I can meet a stranger on the street and I trust them more. You know what I mean? Like, I give instantly. It takes reason for me to take it away and not trust. Despite everything in my life. I do trust people, and I like people. I enjoy engaging with people. I still have yet to meet a stranger, right? Because I understand that not everybody is alike. And what has happened in my life is not everyone. And then if I don't live my life in a way that is open to others, then I'm not living. You know? Now it's for my circle, yeah. I mean, but it's not something kept, it's just something maintained. That's most people pictures. And then there's some people that they're open books, right? If you know how to read, that they do. That they do. They do choose. They gravitate towards like moths and flames, right? In the spirit of that comment, though, I will tell you that after another strange morning text from yet another one, I decided I'm just going to put that entirely all the way off again as well. It's quite clear nobody can fucking pave. I'm in no mood. I ain't got time for that shit. I don't even really want to be dating anyone yet. Which my dating and what most people think, yeah, two different things, but just, nah, too much fucking extra, man. Right? No, right? And I'm just like, obviously, ain't nobody got them pave. I can deal with it. Well, I can. I'm just not going to. I really don't have time for that shit. I mean, you get what I'm saying. Figuratively, I guess. It's too much fucking extra. And it's quite clear I'm trying to push myself a little too hard into that realm anyway, and I'm just, so yeah, I think I'm gonna put that way back. I just, meh, right? I kept pushing myself, to try to at least not get sick.